Hi everybody, welcome back to the shop and welcome to another live stream here at EP3D Studios. I'm your host Matthew, and in front of me behind you is my producer wife Emily. Say hello.
Hello.
She's going to be take care of the chat message and doing all the live editing and all that kind of technical stuff. Yeah, I forgot to close the screen. You can close the screen on that.
Can I just close it? Close it?
Yeah, the eyepiece is open.
Yeah, you said we're professional.
We are a hot mess. And I will be doing all of this stuff. So any chat messages you have to relay in my direction, she will relay them for me. You could also chat amongst yourselves and all that kind of fun. If you are new here, please hit that like. Well, everyone hit that like button. But if you're new, click subscribe and share with your friends. But whatever, don't laugh at me.
Sorry. I always laugh at you.
Yeah, I know. We haven't done much Creality content on the channel, and I'm trying to break more into that, you know, bring the Creality folks over to the blue side. Because it's all blue in here, right? It's not the dark side.
You're blue now.
Yeah, right? I mean, the Creality people are already in the dark side, so they will join the blue side.
So Baron joined us early today.
Hello, Baron.
He says, one of us, one of us, one of us. See, I was at the last show, even though I wasn't here.
Google, right?
And Drew says, hello, everyone.
What's up, Drew? Thank you all for joining. We love having you here. It's good to have our regulars. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a show. We know everyone just comes here so you all and Emily can make fun of me. You really don't care about what I'm doing back here. So what are we doing today? We are going to continue with the Ender 3 V2 Neo. Getting...
Drew says if you're bringing in Creality, he's out.
Oh, come on, Drew.
He says I'm kidding.
Right. I do want to get the new artillery printers, the X3 or whatever. I want to try that out. It looks pretty cool. Plus, I saw some pictures on it. It was a French website. Some French guy did a review on it. And he took a lot of pictures of it, which was great. And again, Artillery in their infinite wisdom used the terrible connector for the ribbon cable. So hey, maybe if there's a market for it, I will do a Sidewinder X3 extruder breakout board with the proper connectors on it. It didn't look too complicated, a couple extra little pieces, but definitely within my scope of expertise. So, but back to this. She walked away for a second if y'all are cool editing.
You know, they decided to send you the X3.
I've tried emailing them. They won't answer. So.
It's not them. It's you.
It's me. Yeah. Yeah. So where was that? Yes. Yes, honey?
Drew says you're correct about why they're all there.
Oh, yes, absolutely. For sure. Yeah. But to continue the Klipper saga on this machine, so I made it work with the Sonic pad, and it was actually pretty easy. The only, other than a bad cord and not being able to plug it in correctly 17 times, the only issue with the setup for that is if you have this machine and you want to use a Sonic pad on it. There are no start or stop macros, so you're going to have to set that up. It's not too difficult. There's a plethora of information on the Googles for stuff like that, and so it wasn't too difficult for me to get that going. The hardest part is getting it configured for whatever slicer you're using. So, but again, the Creality crowd on the internet is huge. There's a ton of information. So, but I know that works, and I want this to be more of a standalone setup, so I have a BigTreeTech Pi that I will be cramming in this thing. I was kind of thinking, oh, today I'll design the enclosure for it that will fit in there, but that's kind of boring and no one wants to see that. So I'm just going to get Klipper installed on this thing and get it running off of this. And then I could do the enclosure on my own time, and we'll do the install for it next week after I've 3D printed the parts required. So, but without further ado, yes.
Baron would like to ask a question.
Sure.
Not to interrupt the show.
No, it's
since,
okay.
You know, you keep saying about interrupting the show.
Oh, whatever.
He says, taking the plunge to the Klipper side, ordered a pad 7, and I have stupid questions. Not to interrupt the show.
Ask away. There are no stupid questions, just stupid answers.
Drew says he's quite enjoying when I laugh at you, and then you stop. And you just look at me. I'm glad we can entertain Drew.
Yes. So, yeah, ask away, Baron. I will have your answers as best as I can. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Opening this guy. This is the second one of these I've had. The first one actually was sent to me by BigTreeTech, and I'm working on a review video for that. This one paid for with our own money because it's a great product and it's not expensive for what it can do. It's rather affordable, and this is, so I will show you what you get in the box.
Oh, you're gonna make me do that, okay.
Oh, yeah. A sticker, the little heat sink, which is actually a giant heat sink. The Wi-Fi antenna. And a connector cable for if you get a accelerometer. This works with the BigTreeTech 80XL accelerometer. And there's like an actual plug on the board for it. So if you want to go that route, you can. Makes it super easy. The only thing you don't get is an SD card for it, but I had a bunch of SD cards to put in here for it. So we are going to start with getting the heatsink on it because you need that. And of course I would leave my alcohol and rag. Be right back.
Oh man.
I know.
Last week I had a little soundboard set up and I definitely had the I'll be back.
I'll be back. So.
Couple Mario sounds.
Right. If you've never done this before, it's always best to clean the surface of the chips you're cooling with some isopropyl alcohol. Just so there's no oils, fingerprints, anything like that that could potentially cause issues with the heatsink not sticking correctly, or thermal transfer to the heatsink. So they give you a nice little thermal pad on here with the stickum. And these things, I always struggle with these things. I might need your fingernails. I might. I said I might. She's over there like hands up. Throw it to me, not realizing, not remembering. I don't sports ball.
It's okay.
So
it could be fun. Make it entertaining.
All right.
So Baron asks regarding the Pad 7.
Sure.
What macros come pre-installed, if any? And he says there are no bad ideas, only lack of will to execute them.
Macros are kind of printer specific, sort of. So like you have like pause and resume and those kind of things, but I don't remember what are pre-installed, honestly. It's got, so it runs the CB1 chip, which is the same chip that's on the BigTreeTech Pi. So it's their own version of Debian that's installed on it, that comes with it. So it's already got the Klipper and I believe mainsail. It might have fluid on it as well. Hi.
It's okay. You're just staring at the floor.
Yeah, sorry. Thinking. But as far as like your configuration and macros, I think you have to kind of add all that yourself. There might be a macro file. I don't remember.
Drew says that macros are pretty basic, he thinks, but most likely stop, cancel, pause, and that's pretty much it. You did a whole video apparently a while back that Drew's talking about, and he says you referenced a website.
Yes, there's a website where you can go in and it kind of makes macros for you. It hasn't been updated in a little while, so start and stop macros are a little bit weird. You got to change some of the syntax. But I will have a link to that. Just write that down in your notes. Link to Macro Maker. You have your note card there. Or you could text it to me. It's easier if you just write down note cards and leave the note cards here.
You're going to lose it.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
No, I won't.
Everybody, make note. If it doesn't show up, it's because I was right and he lost it.
Whatever. Yeah. So, I got it. All right. Let's stick this on here. It goes over there's a little memory chips and the little actual microprocessor. This fits over all of it. And this is a substantial heat sink for a Pi. If you've ever gotten an actual Raspberry Pi, the heat sink that comes with it is tiny. So this is just kind of get it centered over it all. I'm kind of a perfectionist. It doesn't have to be perfect, just good enough. Right. There, bam. And all you need is a little bit of airflow, and that'll keep it cool for many, many days, years, months, whatever to go. So set that aside. Now we could power it on. There is a, you can go here, I could show the people.
The people.
I know. If you get one of these BigTreeTech Pis, there's a jumper on it. So with the jumper installed, you could run it off of USB power with the USB-C connector, which I'll be doing for the initial install. But if you remove the jumper, you could hook up 24 volts, 12 or 24 volts, directly from your 3D printer's power supply. So you could have it internal and not have to worry about having a separate USB connector power supply to power your Pi. So, just heads up, a great addition to this. So, I have an SD card. We need to get Debian installed on it, which I haven't done. So we will do that step. Also, all over the place here, the Wi-Fi antenna is external, which is a little bit silly, but I get it. That's how they have it. So we'll do that secondly. So, it's been a minute since I've done this. All right, we're gonna go over to, I had to update to Windows 11 on my laptop. I'm getting used to it here. Programming, we want, oh, it's not on here. Where did it go? I need the Pi imager. Where was that? Raspberry Pi imager, boom. All right, we're going to choose OS. If you've not done this before, just follow along. And for this one, it is going to be a custom one, which is desktop. This here, and I think I have the link. If not, I'll have the link to this. It's on a GitHub. This is the most up-to-date version, and there's two different versions they give you. One with Klipper pre-installed, Klipper and Mainsail, and one that's just like a blank Debian where you have to install Klipper and all that yourself. I like starting from scratch just so the files are all going kind of where they're supposed to. The pre-installed one, the Mainsail files are in a different directory, and so if you want to switch over to like Fluid, it gets confused. And I was helping a friend with his, and he had problems, so we went this route. So open, choose storage. I've already got a format SD card, format FAT32 file system for those that don't know, and then just write. Yes, all existing data will be deleted. I don't care. There is no existing data. So, any questions from the peanut gallery, honey?
Just Drew and Baron are talking back and forth about macros. All right, I got one for you.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
That glare is perfect. Yoda lady.
Yoda lady who?
I know you're excited about the punchline, but you don't have to yodel about it.
Terrible.
I'm going to take it away from you.
What?
You know what?
I'm drinking it wrong? How am I what are you supposed to do?
Okay, so Baron says, they're talking about which one, Fluid / Mainsail, are you most comfortable with?
I use them both. They're both pretty much the same. I feel Mainsail is a little easier to navigate as far as finding things, and Mainsail is significantly more customizable as far as the interface goes, but in Fluid, when you go to your printer config, it actually has links. Like every section will actually give you a little link. Click here to find out more information about this. And if you click on that, it will bring up that page of the Klipper website, which is super handy. I wish Mainsail would do that. So if you're really new to Klipper, that could be a big advantage of using Fluid. Really quickly being able to link to the Klipper webpage about certain sections in your printer configuration. On this, I'm going to be putting Mainsail on it and put my my UI that a fan had designed for it. So I'm not too worried about the person that owns this machine. He's never really going to go into the printer configuration and try to edit things, so I'm not worried about him.
Just assume.
It's, you know who it's going to, right?
We're just assuming things.
Yes.
You never know.
All right. I can now remove the SD card from the reader.
Drew says he uses Fluid.
Yeah. I mean, and it's mainly just personal preference. So Fluid has its ups and downs, and Mainsail has its ups and downs. They're both great. So if you've used one, you could use the other. They're I would say they're probably 80-90% even, like as far as like how they operate. They're basically the same. So we're going to close that, and then with this, open.
Baron's got one back for us. He says, just remember. He says, your bones are perfectly shish kebabbed on your bones. I'm thinking he means your muscles. Your muscles are perfectly shish kebabbed on your bones.
Right. All right, we're going to set this up for our network. So if you've got to unplug and plug your SD card back in, and then it will show up a folder called boot. And you're going to find, I think it's system.cfg. Yeah, maybe. Yes. So we're going to give it an actual host name that is not BTT CV1, because my had 7, or my other printer is that. We're going to change this to E3V2 underscore Neo. And then we're not going to mess with Klipper screen right now. Wi-Fi name, SSID. You can go off of this page while well, on here, you just put in your SSID and password for your Wi-Fi. So.
But they all want to know your password.
I don't want them to know my password.
Did you all hear that?
Right. So let's see. What is it?
That's a good way to put it, Drew. Drew says, think of macros as like keyboard shortcuts for specific applications, and others like screws, tilt, are basic things like Control-C, Control-V, copy-paste, etc.
Yeah. And this only does 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It won't do 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Just let you know. And then for the password.
Baron, you may be a bonehead, but at least it's a shish kebab bonehead. He says he messes up. He's a bonehead that messes up dad jokes.
Right. Okay.
Maybe because he's not a dad. Matt has some of the best dad jokes.
I can't remember any right now.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? It's one of my favorites.
You mean hippopotamuses?
Elephants.
Same difference, I guess.
Yeah, they're definitely the same animal, for sure.
Right.
Come on, Matt. Why don't you ever see them hiding in trees?
Because they're really good at it. Klipper printer.
Oh, you just made Baron angry. He slammed the doors. He left.
Oh.
Because you don't trust him with your Wi-Fi password.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, am I good to come back now?
Almost. I'm trying to remember. I think so. The one weird thing about this with the Wi-Fi password, if you have any special characters, it wants I think it's a / preceding each special character. Yes.
But not after?
No.
Here's the other one. Y'all ready for it? what do you call a chicken looking at a piece of lettuce?
A chicken Caesar salad. I love it. I think it's the / preceding E3 B2 Neo.
Baron, either you have a really big fridge or a elephant, because I kind of want to see like a little teacup elephant. Just, I would.
Your Wi-Fi you're connecting to, and then change the password and the host name.
Drew wants to know, why did the chicken cross the road?
If I can get this in there. Boom.
Nothing? You got nothing?
I mean, there's so many different answers that are not appropriate for this live stream. I'll let somebody else get themselves canceled. Yes?
Lame.
I know. You could show the people this, though.
Come on.
I know.
There we go.
So the antenna, there's a little connector on the back of here, and it just goes on like that. Just presses on. If I can get it. It's finicky. You can go back now. They saw it.
Okay.
It's super finicky. But once you get it, it's on.
Tell us, Drew. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Boom. Okay. There it is.
Because!
Because. I like it. All right. We're going to plug it into the USB-C. Give her some power. And the first boot up takes about 5 minutes for it all to load up and all that fun. Yeah, I know, right?
Did I just see a little bit of jazz hands for a minute there?
Jazz hands. Right. And the big thing is if hopefully I got the password in there right so it shows up.
You just shared a photo with me. That's weird.
Did I?
Yeah, apparently. That's creepy.
Weird.
Corey's with us and he says, LOL, Drew.
What's up, Corey? Thank you for joining, Corey. The adventure continues.
Baron continues to make fun of you and says,
Oh.
yeah, 5 minutes. I've seen your install videos before. 5 minutes to put the cord into it, maybe.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to go to this. I'm just seeing. I'm just seeing if the thing shows up on our list here. Give it a minute.
All right, Corey, are you a king of jokes? What kind of good dad jokes you got?
Still waiting for it to show up here.
Do you want me to switch over there so they can see what you're just staring at?
It's just all of our stuff
All
connected.
of our devices?
All of our devices with their IP addresses. So no, please
Oh,
don't.
fun. More things for y'all to steal, like be able to hack into our video doorbell and all that. That'd be fun.
It wasn't / it's /.
All right, Matt. This is going to be the longest one ever. Knock, knock.
Who's there? Yeah?
Broken pencil.
Broken pencil. Who? Oh, the delay.
Good job. It was just funny because somebody came in and asked a question right in the middle.
Oh.
Never mind. It's pointless.
Oh, goodness. That's terrible.
So Kenny G says, hate to be the guy to just pop in here and ask like last week, but I'm curious if the .stl for your Wobble X mounts on the X2 ever made it online.
Yes.
I ordered some when you said you would toss up the file when you had a chance, and they're here now. Leave it to, oh, there we go. Leave it to Mello to be quick when it's not important.
Right. Yes, and I think I messaged you and sent you a link.
Baron says it's on things.
Yep.
Thangs.
Thangs. I done did. All right, I might have done that wrong because I'm not seeing it show up here.
Corey says, a guy walks into a bar. He was disqualified from the limbo contest.
Terrible.
Corey, that response means you got him good.
Yes.
When he doesn't
Awful.
actually laugh, he just kind of like scoffs. It's because he's mad. He didn't think of that joke.
Oh, come on.
If you have any troubles, Kenichi, just let Matt know.
Yes, just let me know. There's if you look at the things page, you might only see one of the pieces. Both of them are in the download. It might only just visually show one on the deal. You have to like scroll through it. They changed their website. It's a little bit more difficult to see what's what now. Oh boy, give that another minute. I know it takes a little while.
There's no way we have that many things hooked up to our internet.
We have so many things hooked up.
We have all the things.
All the things. Let's go over to Putty. Host name. What did I name that? E3V2 _ Neo. Open. Yeah, it's not there yet.
Hey, while we're at it, let's tell the people about that new printer you found on sale.
Oh, the Two Trees SK1. I think that sale ends today.
Ooh.
Yeah. So,
You're not getting it for Christmas because it wouldn't get here until after. It doesn't ship until the 30th.
Right.
So, sorry.
well, did you order it?
No,
Oh.
because it wouldn't be here in time.
Well, it could be a late Christmas present. I'd be fine with that.
Do you all see what I have to deal with?
Chelsea, what I have to deal with.
Do you want to tell the people about it if they haven't seen it yet?
It's Two Trees trying to compete with the likes of the Creality K1 and the Bamboo Labs. So it's the same build volume as Bamboo Labs. So very original Two Trees, but it runs Klipper out of the box, and it's like straight up Klipper, and it's open. No trying to hack it to get into it to change things. You could do whatever you want with it. There will be an enclosure for it later. It's Core XY, direct drive, but it has 3 stepper motors for the Z-axis, and it's got the 3-point kinematic leveling, which is super cool. So, but the price is right now $399. But once the sale is over, it will be, I think, $599. Yeah, $599, which is relatively competitive, I would say. Supposed to be able to print just as fast as these guys, so we'll see. I'm excited for it. Whether or not I get one now or next year, or who knows.
Corey asks, is that the Core XY?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's Core XY, yeah.
I think I missed that when he originally sent it. That was a minute ago.
So, it's not
Other
showing.
exciting things, because you staring at your screen isn't super fun.
Sorry.
That's okay. Other exciting things that you've heard of recently in the 3D print world?
Yeah.
That chroma thing.
Oh, the BigTreeTech collab. It's, what is it called? Print 1, print. What was that called? I forget.
Do you still have the email since you're looking in your email?
3D printing nerd had a thing about it. Yeah, go.
There's a thing on Kickstarter, and it's basically we'll be able to turn in any printer into a color change, like you can do.
Co-print.
Co-print. Thank you, Drew.
Co-print. That's what it's called. All right. Oh, they sent me instructions on this. I don't remember where, what, who, what is, I think I did the password in there wrong. What is our password? No.
Duck.
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 Did you, but have you changed the Wi-Fi password at all?
No.
No? Okay. Just asking.
Why would I do no? Do you know who has to change all of those devices that showed up there every time the Wi-Fi password changes?
You. That's fair.
Why would I do that to myself?
E3, E2.
Gilbert says, hello, everyone, and greetings.
Yeah, it's not up yet. Hello, Gilbert. I can't remember if it was a number sign or a hashtag or what.
Was it a percent?
Maybe. I don't remember. And I don't have quick access to to the one that's in that to see.
I blame Baron because he foretold this with his,
Right.
yeah, 5 minutes.
Oh, it's not on there. I thought it would be on there. Shoot. This is killing me. Boot system.cfg.
Yeah, so the Chroma thing right now, it's on kind of like a Kickstarter, and it'll be able to do filament change. It's supposed to also almost be like its own Raspberry Pi thing going on, so it's supposed to help with controlling the printer and a few other things that I didn't quite understand because it's in your guys' nerdy tech language.
Nerdy tech language. Now, if you have a screen to connect to this, it makes it a lot easier. Because then you can just go through on the, although you can't do it with the vanilla install. All right, let's try that.
Ooh, Baron says, looks like the two trees looks nice. Price is good so far as I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, even at full price, it seems relatively competitive. $5.99 ain't bad. Now, I think it would be better if they had an enclosure pre-done for it at $5.99. I think that would make it more competitive, but it's close.
And Drew says, did you see the Frozen? And I appreciate Drew. He knows that I can't read, so he actually typed it out for me because he didn't know if I'd figure out that PH. I appreciate it, Drew.
Right.
The Frozen FDM printer they're working on, it has an AMS-like unit you can buy. And because it is Klipper-based, the AMS would be available to all Klipper machines.
Right.
He found an email he's engrossed with. Nothing against you, Drew.
I'm listening. Our engineer mentioned that special characters like $ needs to be escaped with a backlash. So that means
Escaped?
yeah, after. I think that's what that means. So we're gonna shut that back off because I'd done that wrong, I think. Let's go back to here. I don't see it on here.
Oh, shucks. Hopefully that doesn't mess with anything.
What'd you do?
Oh, I clicked what on my computer for work is copy.
That might have just made you go back, but the live stream is still running.
Okay, good. Darn it. Stop that. Come on. There we go. Kenny G says, I'm considering shelling out for the P1P, but would rather something a little more open. That Two Trees Core XY looks super appealing.
It does. I want to get one.
And Drew says the P1P is fantastic.
If you go with the P1P, you might as well just spend the extra $100 and get the P1S. Has the enclosure, a few other little upgrades.
Unless you want it open.
Well, open is in software.
Just saying.
Okay. I think that's right.
Drew says he thinks that he would want his tinkering side to fix things, but honestly, it just works.
Yeah, it does just work. Normally, I'm not a fan of having things closed source, but we have a Bamboo X1 Carbon at work, and no tinkering. It just works. It's nice.
Yeah, right. You not tinkering.
Actually, another individual at work has tinkered on it more than I have. Yeah.
Kyle Boas says, hi, Matt.
What's up, Kyle? Thanks for joining. Glad to have you here. How you doing, bud?
And after you just shamed Kenny G, he's switching it up now. He says he meant the P1S, actually.
Oh,
when you say
whatever.
enclosure.
Whatever. I think I did it right.
And Drew agrees. He says to get the P1S if you're going to print anything other than PLA or PETG.
Right. That still shows up as CB1, but we are here, so. 59. All right. We're back. We got it.
Oh, and Baron says a 300mm bed is a must. That's why the Two Trees looks nice.
So the Two Trees is a 256 by 256 by 256. I pasted in the wrong.
You ready for me to switch back over so they can see all these things you're staring at?
2.168.50.59. Yeah, you can come back over.
All right.
Yeah, okay. So once you get that, go into Putty, put in the IP address for the device, And then, what was the...
Be safe out there, Kyle. Kyle says, busy flying, sitting for a bit, and then heading to Reno and back. I bet the weather in Reno right now is terrible.
Cold. I think log in as BIQU, password BIQU.
And Drew let us know he's saving himself for the Magneto X.
The Magneto X looks super cool. I like it. So come in here, it seems like, I guess it didn't change my host name for whatever reason, so I got to do that after the fact, which you could do in your shell in here to do that, your Linux shell. So bring that up in some sort of terminal. I prefer PuTTY. And then we are going to start the Klipper installation.
But you didn't want to show them all that.
I know, right? We're going to type in Klipper installer and update helper.
Oh, Drew says, or he may build a Voron.
That'd be fun. I'd go with, I think if I were to go that route, I'd want to go with a rat rig.
And Kyle says it's surprisingly really nice. I'm assuming Reno's not as cold as it is here.
Strange. It is the desert, so.
Gilbert wants to know. Hi, Gilbert.
Hi, Gilbert.
He wants to know, how's the pad install coming along with the Ender 3 version 2? Is it something that would make it that much better? I would consider it for sure.
So with the Sonic pad, it was super easy. The only thing is make sure you have a good USB cable. I started with a bad cable, which gave me some trouble. So with a good cable, it's quick and easy, and it has like, you just go through, select the version printer you have, and it knows and connects and puts in the file that it needs and all that. It's super simple. The instructions are super clear and easy to follow. The only thing is that there is no stop or end macros, so you'll need to add those after the fact. But well worth it if you have a Creality machine. Super cool. And then you have Klipper, and in that configuration, they already have the input shaping tuned. So I haven't tested speeds on this yet with that, but it's there. And if you need to retune it, the pad comes with an accelerometer and all that kind of stuff. So you can tune it yourself if you want to. So coming over here, I'm logged into the Pi in PuTTY, and I'm over at the GitHub for the Klipper installer and update helper. And you just go through and you go to step 1 here, copy, and then in your terminal, right click to paste and click enter. And you just do step 1, 2, and 3. It's pretty quick.
Both Kenny and Drew are being held back right now about space. Kenny G says he was thinking of using the Voron. He was considering building a Voron using the X1 at work to print all the bits, but don't really have the space for such a big, long build.
Yeah. Let's make space. You have a kitchen, right? No? She's ignoring me now.
If you get to make a printer in my kitchen, I get to put chickens back in the backyard.
Well, soon enough, I'll be on the HOA board, and we are going to push for allowing backyard chickens.
Matt has big, evil plans. He's going to join the HOA board.
Yeah.
And that is where his shenaniganery will begin.
Will be this is going to be my entrance into politics, an HOA board.
It's going to be your entrance into yelling at kids to get off your yard.
No, it's going to be my entrance to yelling at other people on the board to be like, what are you, stupid? Why are you doing this? Like, I'm sure the gates don't take this long to get fixed. Who's pocketing the money?
Anyway.
Yeah.
I have a theory that backyard chickens are the environmentally appropriate thing to do.
They are.
Pest control, weed control, right? You don't have factory chickens. You don't have the gas to take your eggs to and from. Everybody should have backyard chickens. It should be a law.
Well, everyone used to have backyard chickens 100 years ago. But then grocery stores and all that fun. This is taking longer than it normally does to do this step.
Kyle wants to know if you can print him a set of Voron parts too. He also says that he will vote for you.
Perfect.
And that's also how you get kicked off the HOA board. They're telling people they're stupid.
Oh, that's fair.
Being too opinionated.
I won't quite say it like that, but I will push for new policy that is more conducive to an environment that we live in. Like, let's not use a property management company to manage the HOA. because one, it's expensive. Two, all that is a bunch of high-priced lawyers. Then their job entirely is to go after the homeowners and protect the HOA.
Our favorite Gilbert is they sent us an itemized list. He says, don't you love those letters they send out?
Stupid.
They sent us an itemized list of their
too.
finances, and the amount of money that they spend on paper, ink, and postage was crazy. It's multiple houses worth of yearly dues just to send out letters to people to tell you that your yard is three millimeters too long.
Yeah, whatever. It's stupid. All right, step 3, put that in. Boom, we have our thing here.
Our thing. Is that the technical term?
Yes.
Okay.
Go back up. All right, so we have our little installer here. It's super convenient. So first things first, 1 for install. Put in a password, BIQU.
Baron's remembering his grandma's chickens, his grandma's backyard chickens, and all of the quills that she forgot to take out when they had dinner.
Ooh.
That's why we don't do.
Crunchy.
That's why we don't do meat chickens. We would be doing pet egg chickens.
Pet egg chickens, yeah.
I do not have that kind of patience to defeather.
Right. All right. 1. So 1 for Klipper, and then Python 3. Yep.
Kyle says, I refuse to live in the HOA in an HOA for that exact reason.
Yeah, it's
I choose to believe that the reason he's talking about is because of you being on the board.
probably. It's gonna just destroy this whole neighborhood. Me alone on the board. Yeah.
MCD 1992. Hey.
What's up?
Welcome.
MCD 1992. That is a fun MCD 1992. Who uses?
Says 50% of our HOA fees goes to paying the legal company to send out liens if we don't pay.
Yeah, and I think my thing is like it should be an HOA, right? So let it be run by only homeowners, and that's it. So if they want legal representation, ask for somebody in the neighborhood that may be some sort of a lawyer and ask them if they would like to.
Just so much issues with that. No way. What if they're the ones who are behind on their payments? You're gonna have them put in a lien on their own home?
Then ask for a different lawyer, and if there are no lawyers in the neighborhood to represent the HOA legally, then the HOA has no legal representation.
It's gonna be a long year, you guys. Just send me all your positive vibes.
Of the homeowners.
And yes, Drew, HOAs unfortunately are a huge thing in the States. They are everywhere. They're growing. I don't know why, because everybody I talk to says they hate HOAs, but yet they're becoming more and more common. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it's one of those things like you kind of have to wonder, is there somebody on the inside backing them or something?
I don't know. Because as soon as you mention, hey, let's all petition to get rid of the HOA. Oh, no, we need them, but you hate the HOA. Yeah, but they serve a good purpose and blah, 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 blah. So I think HOAs, we don't need them.
And Kenny's given us some advice about roosters and such. We had 3 little backyard ladies.
We had 3 hens.
They were our little pets. They were very spoiled. As a matter of fact, one of them would stand on the back porch and peck at the glass door and knocking on the door asking for her morning pets from Matt.
Yeah.
If he didn't go out and pick her up every day, she would make a ruckus.
Yeah. Yeah. She wanted me to pick her up and hang out with her for a few minutes every morning. Spoiled chickens. But they gave us great eggs.
And they were fun.
They were great until someone's like, who has chickens?
What's all the noise that I hear? Somebody's got chickens in their backyard. You know what, Karen? We hear your dogs every day, okay?
Yeah, the dogs in this neighborhood are crazy loud. There's a breeder a few houses down. It sounds like a puppy farm, a puppy mill. Drew
says up there in the cold white north where they live in igloos, they just do what they do up there.
Well, yeah. Who's going to come take your chickens away? The Mounties? Oh, I'm sorry.
I think I offended the Canadians enough last week.
Their
Canadian Air comment. We'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. We'll leave them alone today.
Okay.
Leave the Canadians alone.
If it didn't take me so long to get my password correct, we could have been done with this by now.
Blame Baron.
Blame Baron. No, we're not going to blame him.
He called it.
It's just a weird thing. It is the one actual complaint I have about the BigTreeTech Pi is how it handles Wi-Fi passwords in that way. It's a little weird. And maybe they'll fix it at some point. I don't know.
Kenny G says it's amazing how much character chickens have.
So much character.
They all have personality, some we don't realize until they get some. They are crazy little birds.
Crazy birds, yeah.
Edmonton has a program called Urban Hens Program.
Ooh.
I feel like that could talk a lot of different ways. Like, go into a dark alley, you see a sign.
Urban hens. Oh, man.
Baron's giving you the for the blame.
Why I oughta. Yeah, I'm not blaming anybody. Come on. Where's Rusty Shackelford at?
I don't know.
I figured out who he
Wait,
is.
you did?
Yeah.
That's not creepy at all.
It's somebody at work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Kenny G says, Drew Graham, Alberta. Nah, people still got their heads screwed straight over there. I'm not surprised they'd encourage such a good thing as an animal to have around.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot we could say there, but I'm not gonna go political. We're not gonna go political. Maker Mind Nexus, hey, welcome.
Welcome to the party.
Says I have a few of the BTT Pi and CB1. Never been. Goodness, I can do this today.
No, you can't.
No, I can't. I've been replacing them with Libre boards and have had many new ones on the way.
Ooh.
So Baron says not worried about chicken hawks. Weird thing I read, and it actually works. We had it when we did it when we had our chickens. If you feed the crows peanuts, the crows will in turn chase hawks away from your property.
Yep. And protect your chickens.
It's insane, and the number of crows that lived around our backyard sometimes got really loud.
Oh.
But it worked.
Yeah.
We would see many hawks, and they would chase them
Off.
way far away.
Yeah, because we live kind of, so we're in a rural area, but it's a suburban neighborhood. Like all around us is farms and properties and stuff like that. So, and they just built a neighborhood in the middle of the Farmville out here. So
Kyle says he's one of those I don't like you chickens people, but he doesn't like eggs or chicken meat. So.
Oh well. See, I'm not a dog person, but I don't care if my neighbors have dogs. Just shut them up.
I thought you were going somewhere different after that, but.
Oh, I definitely don't like dog eggs or dog meat. No.
Drew, I don't think your link went through. I don't see a link that popped up. Maker My Nexus asks, I can reach out to them if you would like to check them out.
Oh, Libre boards?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, I'd love to check them out. Any Raspberry Pi alternative that is cost-effective and functional is a winner in my book. So far, I've been enjoying the BigTreeTech ones. I hear MKS makes a setup. I have not tried it yet. I am very skeptical with anything made by MKS because I've had nothing but bad luck with their products. And it is of my own opinion that MKS makes an inferior product to BigTreeTech. And this opinion comes from my experience. Take it with a massive chunk of salt.
Wow. Apparently my conversation gets people going. I'm just going to say.
You got like backyard politics going on over there? Chicken politics?
I might move up there and build a igloo over there next to Drew.
Near the bakery?
He said, yeah, by the bakery. The bakery. The Canadian bakery.
The bakery.
He says they also have an urban beekeeping program.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
You know, feeding people real food. Who'd have thought? Maker Mind says he'll hit up that Libre for you.
Sure. I appreciate that. That is awesome.
Baron says, is that BTT Pi a 166 megahertz machine? Because it's still running stuff on this SKREES. Screen. Helps if I read all of your comments prior to reading them out loud, doesn't it?
Yeah, right. Well, it's installing Klipper and Moonraker and all its dependencies. So, no, it's not quite as fast as like a Pi 4, but it's this essentially the same hardware as a Pi 3, which is more than capable of running several machines with just Klipper. And it's got a few other little extras as like basically think of it as an upgraded Pi 3 hardware wise. So it's not that much slower than a Pi 4 when it comes to the install process. The install process is as fast as it is. So
I wonder if I were to apply for the Edmonton online urban hen keeping program. If
I mean, you could. We're kind of close to Canada.
And then I could just tell my HOA, you know what? Talk to the city of Edmonton, okay?
Yeah, you can refer to the city of Edmonton.
You're good, Baron. I don't know. Maybe I had a little bit too much of that bubbly drink.
Oh my goodness.
Our daughter went crazy for the
Martinelli's or whatever the sparkling cider,
yeah.
the sparkling apple cider you get during the holidays.
We're just gonna say we're gonna see her like weaving around holding a bottle of that
My goodness.
daily. She's going crazy over it.
I want the bubbly drink. It's just sparkling apple juice.
Although I will say I took the bottle, which looks, if you haven't seen it, which I don't know, you might be
like
under a rock if you haven't seen it, but it looks like a champagne bottle. And our neighbors were in the backyard. You know, they can see through our window.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they saw her hand the cup up to me and just take the bottle, like holding the neck and just pouring it into her glass, like handing it off to her, and she's just toddling away.
Right. Takes a sip and giggles like, what is...
Surprised that we didn't end up getting a police knock on the door after that.
I don't think they would do that. 6 minutes to finish this install.
Drew says she's a woohoo girl.
Yeah.
Just like Robin Sparkles.
Yep.
Baron says, Drew, oh my gosh, permit? Hello, we don't need no stinking permits.
Right.
And Ray, hey Ray.
What's up, Ray? Thanks for joining. Welcome to the party.
He says, oops, turned in a little too late to watch.
Oh, it's okay. At least you showed up.
He caught us for the last couple minutes. We're glad to see you.
I'm very glad to see you. Any news? Any updates? What's going on in Rayland?
We're missing a couple people, though. Missing a couple people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who are we missing? We're missing our South American friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gentleman from Portugal, Ricardo.
Ricardo, yeah.
Yeah, he's not here.
Ricardo. We're calling you out, Ricardo. We miss you.
Rich.
Yeah, we haven't seen Rich in a little while.
Yeah. He typically will respond on the post I put on Facebook like a day later. Darn, I saw this too late. Like, it's Mondays at 3.
We're calling you out too, Rich.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Oh, Baron, unfortunately, I don't have my soundboard set up for today.
Oh.
But from now on, we might have to have that set up, and whenever Drew comes in and says, hey, we'll just have to play Let's Go to the Mall.
Yep, every time.
It'll be your new theme song, Drew.
Every regular is going to get a theme song. So, Baron, you're going to get a theme song.
We'll figure out what those will be.
I don't know. This is taking a while, though.
Ray says, I was putting Linux Mint on a... Okay, that little emoji thing. Every time y'all send me a message, whatever's on the bottom, the most recent one, there's a little emoji pop-up that covers half of your messages.
Yeah, that's so annoying.
And it is driving me crazy.
Can you scroll?
No, so I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it into a
notepad?
Sticky pad.
That is
virtual
so
sticky
stupid.
pad. Oh, darn. So it's taken me a little extra longer to relay the messages. I apologize.
Right. This is taking a long time. It shouldn't take this long.
He is putting Linux Mint on an old laptop for someone. Got caught up with that.
That could be fun, running it off a laptop. I have an old laptop we could probably do that with at some point.
You promised to put Windows 95 on it for her. 95.
For Zoe?
Yeah.
When did I promise this?
When Grandma gave us all the old Windows 95 CDs that she had.
Oh, yeah.
My mom does not throw things away, and she like pulls out this giant thing of old Windows 95 discs that are like learning games and just...
Right. I would probably have to run like a virtual machine because there's no way Windows 95 would recognize a Core i7 processor in that. Oh, it made some progress. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to finish this in time.
And Drew says, YouTube, if you're using the AI to scan these chats, you need to remove the emoji icon from the chat window. Yes.
Yes. Last step,
That
install
thing is annoying.
Mainsail. Mainsail should be quick. This should be quick. I want to get into it and at least make the machine move before logging off of here.
Baron says, reuse that Pi much? Kidding.
Reuse the Pi? Actually, this is brand new out of the box. But I have reused the one in my other printer on other, yeah. It's in its permanent home now in my SP5 printer.
And Ray and Corey are talking about Ubuntu?
Ubuntu, yeah, it's a version of Linux. Download
People
recommended
in your made up
macros,
techie
yes.
talk.
Right. Boom. There it is. So now, come over here.
Are we going to pull the lever? Is it time?
We need to get the MCU ID, but we can.
See, now you're going to go back over there.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to get that look he gave me, y'all. It was a good look.
Boom. So we are in like Flynn, but we have this massive error, which means we need to go to here.
Baron says 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
Thank you, Baron.
I know. Upload files.
See, if he keeps you on track, it's okay. If I keep you on track, you just give me that look.
Right.
Drew says, hey, Matt, virtual high five.
Right. So now we need to get our MCU ID. So we're going to come back over here, go back, and then back. Main menu. We need advanced for.
While he's doing that, speaking of backyard animals,
Get MCU ID 5.
Anybody else want a hyper mini Highland cow? I want to teach it to say moo. I'm pretty sure if I can, I'm pretty sure if I can teach it to say bark bark, it'll be okay. The HOA won't mind, right?
Right.
Drew says legend. Wait for it. Airy. Maker Minds says 2-minute warning. I'm 1 minute late.
Option off below in section heater fan. Must have a
And
maximum.
while I'm reading that, you're more than 1 minute late, Maker Mind, because my alarm, my 4 o'clock alarm just went off.
Okay. We could spend an extra minute on this.
I would go get her, but you promised to pick her up today.
I know. We're gonna just comment that out real quick. We want to restart. Restart. Boom. We're connected. Home all.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Hang on. This is what this whole thing was set up for.
To see this, it works. I made it work.
It's alive.
It's alive. Look at it go.
You didn't even give us a chance to do the like legitimate.
What?
Igor, pull the lever.
Pull the lever. The other lever.
Drew says, I feel like there were too many booms.
Booms?
Booms.
Booms. All right. Well, success. 1 minute late. That's not bad.
Kyle says, woo! Corey says, connected. Kyle's giving you some, like, confetti.
Jazz hands.
Ray says, yay, no red.
Right.
Baron says, ducky quack. And congratulations.
Right.
The
No,
amount of cheering and, like, just celebrating happening here is amazing.
I feel like I feel special.
You feel special.
I'm always special.
That's for real.
One thing before we head out of here, I did skip is I did not have to make the Klipper firmware file to stick on the main board because that was already done by the Sonic pad. So, what?
Drew clarified, you say boom when you get things to work. Makes
Boom.
sense. And Kyle says we should get the bubbly apple cider. We should get the bubbly drink. Shake it up and spray it all over.
All over everything.
Sure, that'll be great for that printer's internal parts.
Sticky apple juice all over everything. Yeah.
Baron agrees. You are special.
Very, yeah. I wasn't allowed to ride the short bus to school because all the kids on it made fun of me.
Corey says, now it can level with bed needed.
Yes, it can, Corey. And I still have some fine tuning to do on the configuration, but it's almost done. And I will have this permanently installed in the machine at some point. So it's all standalone fun stuff. So
at some point soon.
Yes.
Because this printer wants to go back to its house.
I plan on doing the final install next Monday, or this coming Monday, a week from now.
The person who spent the money to purchase the printer would probably like to have
starting a week and 23 hours from now.
Is that a promise?
6 days and 23 hours. It's a promise, yeah.
Okay, you all heard it. It's on TV, so it's real.
Make it happen. Which means the screen, we need to get that screen coming.
Corey says, next week on Printing with Matt. And Kyle, we would totally get it going, but unfortunately, he now only has 10 minutes to go pick up our kiddo from daycare before she starts charging us by the minute.
Yeah.
Because he promised her to.
I promised I would pick her up, so. So, thank you everyone for coming, watching, and hanging out, and watching the Struggle Bus continue to Struggle Bus, because that's all we do here on our live streams, and make fun of me.
And have fun chat.
It was a great chat.
I enjoy talking with you all. Thank you.
We all enjoy talking with you all. And we had some new people. Welcome to the show. Come back next week. We will continue this fun.
Insanity.
And it's not insanity. It's, we're doing stuff here. So, but if you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Ethereal Project 3D. Anything else to add? No? You don't want to say nothing?
See you in December.
See you in December.
There's another boom.
Boom. You just need a graphic. Boom.
You're bad at goodbyes. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
See you next
Happy
week.
3D printing. Enjoy. See y'all next week.